What is going on YouTube? It's your boy CoinCoverage here, bringing you a new cryptocurrency video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin and its current forks. Now, what is a fork? Basically, a fork is put in place to improve upon the flaws of original currency, this being Bitcoin. So basically what they'll do is they'll copy the currency itself, put it on the Bitcoin blockchain, but improve upon it. So maybe improve Bitcoin's slow transaction speeds that it has. Slow transactions, high transaction fees. The privacy factor, maybe add a little bit more privacy to it, since it's not as private as people make it seem like it is. And just improve upon it as a whole. Maybe improve the name, improve the logo, do whatever. You can basically do whatever you want in a fork. It's up to whoever is actually performing this task. Now, what is the first Bitcoin fork, you might ask? And I know you guys already know the name. It is Bitcoin Cash. This happened on August 1st, 2017. And basically what it did was make the block size bigger. So that means 8 megabytes instead of the original 2 that Bitcoin currently has. So that's 4 times faster, just like that. More transactions, probably less transaction speeds as well. And yeah, you can get into a whole bunch of detail with the block size and stuff, but I'm just going to keep it simple. Bitcoin Cash, going to the fork itself on August 1st, was actually relatively hyped up. As you can see, it got dumped the first day, and then came back up right away a few days after. That's because people realized that Bitcoin Cash actually had was a serious competitor to Bitcoin. And in my opinion, it is a big improvement. It is a better currency than Bitcoin itself, but Bitcoin being the first ever Bitcoin, and being just a massively adopted coin, it's not really going to go away. It's hard to convince all the Bitcoin users to switch to Bitcoin Cash. And that's what we saw back here. If we go back around, let's see here. Let's go to, I think the 1 day. No, let's go to the 1 week here. You see that this run up right here that we had back in, I would say, about November, early November, we saw Bitcoin Cash start to pick up some steam. Now, people were, pretty scared. There was some fear in the market there. That's because Bitcoin Cash's capability to hold so many transactions and just overtake Bitcoin as a whole, because this was the time that people started realizing how much Bitcoin was in trouble in terms of scalability. Now, does Bitcoin Cash fix all the scalability issues? I don't think it does, but it makes it so Satoshi's original vision, in my opinion, was to have Bitcoin be an actual real-life used cryptocurrency for online purchases or real-life purchases if you're at like a store or Walmart or whatever. I don't think the original Bitcoin can live up to that. I believe it's more of a store of value, more like gold or something, rather than a real life used cryptocurrency. Now, Bitcoin Cash, that was kind of its goal to be that real life cryptocurrency that Bitcoin wanted to be, but fix upon its flaws so it can fly to the moon and do whatever that it needs to do in terms of purchasing power. Now, was it successful? Yes, it was. And it's pretty lucky it was, because people never experienced a Bitcoin fork ever. So this is one of the first forks ever, done on the blockchain. So people were like really, really confused. Is Bitcoin going to crash after this? Is Bitcoin Cash really going to take over? And that was a lot more, people thought this a lot more before it happened, before August 1st, on the day it happened. People were like, I don't know, is everyone going to sell Bitcoin Cash? Are we all going to switch to Bitcoin Cash? People were really skeptical because this new Bitcoin that was coming in, it was very, very, caught people off guard. And people didn't really know what to buy. Buy Bitcoin Cash, buy Bitcoin, no one really knew. And it still to this day is a pretty highly, consulted debate about which Bitcoin is better. And obviously, Bitcoin Cash is the better Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is the first Bitcoin. So it gives it that store of value, that store of gold, the first cryptocurrency. You can't really, go wrong with that. That's definitely a big household name that people know, and people will probably go to first if they invest in cryptocurrency. Many people don't even know about altcoins until this recent rally that happened in the past couple months. So let's take a look at Bitcoin Gold, which is another successful fork. I think this is probably the second most successful Bitcoin fork on the blockchain. And basically what Bitcoin Gold aimed to do was decentralize Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin has a lot of centralized aspects to it of all the Chinese miners, or international miners, not to be Chinese, but that kind of control the whole supply of Bitcoin, or majority of it. And people were kind of worried if this was a bad thing, and why transaction fees were so much, and why it was so centralized. It's not as decentralized as people to make it seem like it is. But Bitcoin Gold was kind of that solution of being ASIC resistant. Now, ASIC resistant means as a miner, as a computer PC owner, I couldn't mine Bitcoin or very efficiently at all if I tried to. Simply because you need an ASIC miner in order to mine Bitcoin efficiently and make some decent profits. I wouldn't even make money if I tried to mine Bitcoin on this computer, because it isn't GPU strictly strict currency, which means you can have all these ASIC resistance, fancy word for basically an upgraded system, in order to mine Bitcoin faster. And now Bitcoin Gold came in and it kind of made it so you had to use a GPU to mine, and it was strictly only GPU. So this allowed, everyday people like me, you, your mom, your friend, whatever, to mine Bitcoin without being centralized in one, specific individual or company or whatever institution, whatever it is, that was owning Bitcoin. Now, coins like this kind of sounds familiar to Vertcoin. Vertcoin was that, decentralized currency that people were aiming to be like. And Bitcoin Gold, that was essentially exactly what Bitcoin Gold wanted to be like, was Vertcoin, which is essentially a decentralized GPU strict only mining capabilities that wanted to be that decentralized currency and allow everyday users to mine Bitcoin like how it used to be. So that's kind of how Bitcoin Gold was aimed to be. Now, ever since then, these are honestly the only two successful forks off the Bitcoin blockchain, because they're both within the top 20 here. You don't see many other Bitcoins up here, do you? And that's one reason is a lot of them haven't came out on the CoinMarketCap in terms of adding the market cap to the coin itself. And also, excuse my burp, Super Bitcoin and all the other ones that just recently came out, they all kind of came out in a bunch. Ever since they saw how successful Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Cash were, they all kind of started coming out. Now, how many Bitcoin, forks have came out since then? We'll have to take a look here. We have Super Bitcoin, Bitcoin Diamond, which essentially only improved the supply and times it by 10. Bitcoin Silver, Bitcoin Script, and then there's many others. We have Bitcoin Byte Ether, Bitcoin Classic. I don't know why it's called Classic. Bitcoin Diamond, like I already said, United Bitcoin, Bitcoin Hot, Super Bitcoin, Bitcoin X, Oil Bitcoin, interesting, Bitcoin World, Lightning Bitcoin, Bitcoin Stake, Bitcoin Faith, Bitcoin Top, Bitcoin God, ooh, Bitcoin File, Bitcoin Segwit 2X X11, Bitcoin Uranium, Bitcoin Pizza. I thought that was pretty interesting. I even clicked on the website and I was like, Bitcoin Pizza, that's pretty funny. Let's go back here. Where was I at? Oh, right here. So yeah, Bitcoin Pizza. Get your Bitcoin Pizza today. Bitcoin Bitcoin Atom. So, and then Segwit 2X was obviously canceled. So basically, there's so many Bitcoin forks that happen in December and November that people don't really care for. And people are starting to learn that Bitcoin forks are kind of bullshit. People know that the original Bitcoin and, Bitcoin Cash maybe are the ones to stay. They're actually the ones that Bitcoin Cash was the original idea of a fork, and then the rest kind of just copied Bitcoin Cash in terms of Bitcoin Cash copying Bitcoin. So it's kind of funny, but Bitcoin Cash has been the most successful fork by far, rating at the 4th largest cryptocurrency in the market right now. Bitcoin Gold, sitting at a good, rank 16 at a $4 billion market cap, and Bitcoin Cash sitting at about a $47 billion market cap, and added to Coinbase. So those two were definitely successful. Have you ever heard of these ones right here? I don't think so. So it's important to keep in mind that if all because of Bitcoin is forking doesn't mean the coin is going to be huge. A lot of people try to buy into these kind of currencies here. And unfortunately, it doesn't end well because these cryptos typically get no volume. There's too many Bitcoins to pick from. Like, which one do I pick? Do I pick Bitcoin Pizza or Bitcoin Cash? Do I pick Bitcoin? Do I pick, Bitcoin Oil? I don't know, dude. Like, there's too many Bitcoins. That's why forks are getting redundant, and people are starting to realize that and realize there's just kind of a waste of time. Now, what coins do I want to buy if I want to improve upon Bitcoin's blockchain or Bitcoin itself? Like, what flaws does Bitcoin have? Okay, so first we have, slow transactions. You can only do about 5 to 10 transactions per second with Bitcoin. Well, Ray blocks fixes that problem, and it's a really good cryptocurrency. There's still other solutions that aren't named under Bitcoin that do, improve upon Bitcoin's problems. Ray blocks being one of the fastest, more transactions per second cryptocurrency on the market. If you want more privacy, we have Monero, Zcash, Cloakcoin, Pivex, Zcoin, Zclassic. There's so many cryptocurrencies that are private. Dash, if you consider it private. Yeah, so, and then if you guys want, a coin with the platform built upon it that you can build applications with, Ethereum, there's so many, cryptocurrencies that have these capabilities that prove upon Bitcoin already that you don't need to buy the Bitcoin fork itself or hold it or whatever you're doing with it. So this is just my 2 cents on the whole subject of Bitcoin forks. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is it worth to buy a Bitcoin fork, or is there many other coins that can, fix these problems in the market that are already existed? So let me know what you guys think. This has been your boy CoinCoverage, and I'm out, guys. Take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow.